I always say to my peers that if we are not at the table, it means that we are on the menu. So it's important that we are part of this conversation. We are able to make a case for cities. I mean, cities are the new drivers of change, of economic development. The epicenter of global economic development and growth is located in cities. So we can't be ignored anymore. So it's important that there's a vertical integration with the national government, horizontal cooperations with peers. C40 gives us that pristine opportunity, and I want to congratulate C40 for the sterling work that it has been doing over the passage of time, because we get to learn and unlearn from our peers. We will be able to truncate the learning curve, and we'll be very aggressive in introducing many of the innovations that will help us to address the adverse impacts of climate change. Well, I guess the conversation on climate change can't be complete if we don't talk about how we're going to fund many of these initiatives. And we know that there's pressure, especially in the developing countries, to deliver houses, potable water, and waterborne sanitation. So it is important that we're able to link our climate change interventions with the immediacy of the challenges that are confronting us. So we need huge amounts of money. So it's important that we connect with peers, we connect with possible funders and national governments, so that we are able to define a set of protocols that will advise or guide how best we'll be funding many of these interventions. So we're glad to be part of this conversation, and we think that it's useful to take us forward if we are to win the struggle against climate change, or at least the adverse impacts of climate change. Well, there are a number of projects we're working on. We just introduced a fleet of BRT buses that are propelled by compressed natural gas. We are the only city in sub-Saharan Africa that has got such buses propelled by compressed natural gas. We are working with the private sector. The need to harvest partnerships is important. We're working with BMW South Africa. Has got one of its biggest plants in our city. We have set up a biomass facility that is going to help to meet about 30% of the base load of the BMW Roslin plant. We're also setting up an agri-village to help to meet the issues around the need for decent housing, but it's going to have other properties like water harvesting, issues around thermal properties, that is cooler during summer and it's warmer during winter. So this is part of a constellation of efforts that they were making in our city to make sure that we transition to a low carbon growth.